Hey there, survivors. Cougar here, back with more Buoyancy gameplay. We are up to a population of 70 residents here in our floating city, and we are picking up pretty much right where we left off at the end of the last episode. I've kind of forgotten where we were because I've been playing my other save a bit. But it looks like we're gathering some driftwood here. What else is on the agenda today? We've got plenty of wood, we've got a bunch of metal. Plastic's running a little low because we've been using it to upgrade buildings, so we want to be on the lookout for trash. That's right, I was having trouble finding trash. Just want to mention that the devs have pushed yet another update for this game. They are just constantly updating and improving and tweaking and fixing bugs and stuff like that. It's these guys and gals on the dev team are not sitting around picking their noses. They're really doing a good job with keeping this all up to date. In fact, I think that I'm noticing a couple of improvements right off the bat with the shaders that they had that had been broken with the Linux update. The wake looked a little funky. I think it still looks a little funky. There are some harsh edges, but I think it's better. And they've improved the look of the shipyard, which we haven't built yet. That's going to go right here as soon as we're ready for that, which is probably soon. It's going to take a lot of plastic, though. Plastic is our big stumbling block right now, isn't it? Man, Megaterry City is just getting bigger and bigger. Look at that. Population 40, military 20. Our military is no match for theirs right now. We outpopulation them. We've got almost twice their number. Unopened cans of soda have been salvaged from the sea floor. Your villagers can risk drinking it to gain happiness, but they might get sick. Now, our happiness is at 96%. I think we're just going to, I mean, we could make them really happy, but what if somebody gets sick? We have a medicine hut, right? We did build one of those. All right, I'm going to go ahead and consume them. Make people, oh, everything was rotten and spoiled in the cans of soda. Villagers are throwing up. Oh, man. Oh, well. Oh, well. It was worth a shot. Drifting resources, drifting. Right now, I'm just scooting around looking at picking up drifting resources because I'm still not seeing any trash. Looks like kind of active over there. Why don't we head over there? We'll stop at the School of Fish, but again, food not really an issue here. Plenty of seaweed, plenty of fish, plenty of bread, some meat. We have not come across many whales. I think that meat we got from a trading expedition. In fact, I'm changing my mind here. We're not even going to stop at this School of Fish. There's a trash pile just popped up right in front of us, which it didn't used to do. You used to be able to see these from farther away. There's a survivor's raft over there. I think we could definitely pick up some more survivors. We've absolutely got the food and beer for it. But let's grab this first. So yeah, next on the agenda is going to be a shipyard. What else? What else? What else? Let's look at our build menus down here. So we want to get a Ranger's Barracks. That's on the agenda as well. Definitely want one of those. Did we build a workshop yet? Now a workshop will help maintain our buildings, and I think we did build one of those, didn't we? I'm not seeing it off the top of my head. Although these buildings, decay is at 0 for all these buildings, so I have to think that we did build a workshop at some point. Storehouse, workshop right here. I think that was the last thing we built at the end of the last episode. You see the one thing that they've added here? See the overlay button? Oh, they're adding this. It hasn't been added yet, but the overlay button shows you over the buildings what they're working on. Now it will show you what's in these boxes that the villagers are carrying as well. I'm going to turn it off for now. The shaders are definitely looking better. All these colors look improved. All the lighting is better. All right, we grabbed all the trash off of that. I was going to head over and pick up those survivors. There's a destroyed ship with crude oil over here. And a sunken brewery over there. Those are the survivors way out there. Destroyed ship, drifting resources. How much plastic did we get out of that? 28 plastic, but 74 junk, which is going to be turned into plastic. So we did get a nice little plastic boost there. And here's a little bit of plastic just floating around. Grab that. Destroyed ship looks different. Oh, they've added color to the ships. They used to be all just rusty red. Why can't I move the... Am I locked? That was strange. It's weird. I can't zoom right in on it. It's blocking me from moving any closer to it. Anyway, the camera. It's blocking the camera. I was going to go get survivors, and they were over here. Let's go. Everybody's very happy. Everyone is well nourished. We've got enough drinkable water. Our cousin rating is still fairly low, and picking up these outsiders will help with that. Again, you don't want your city to get too inbred. That can cause problems, efficiency problems. You understand. You know what I'm talking about. Yep, these textures on some of these textures are still a little bit broken, left over from the shaders debacle, but I say debacle, it wasn't such a big deal. I mean, there were a couple of days there where you couldn't play because everything was just blindingly bright, like painfully bright. But they fixed that really quickly, as this development team is wont to do. All right, we got 4 more survivors. We're still looking for plastic, although, oh my gosh, we've used up all the plastic that we got from that already. Doing what? I think it's probably going to create tools. Yeah, look, you need 10 plastic to make 1 set of tools, which is used for, you know, keeping our buildings from decaying too much, just keeping them in good repair. Wow, that's a lot of plastic. I hope they can make a little stockpile of tools here. To kind of even out the plastic situation. Let's just start moving. Somewhere, let's do something. Destroyed ship. Kelp Forest School of Fish, not a concern. Trade post, Buoy McBoyface. Excellent name for a trading post. I think this is the destroyed ship crude oil that we located a few minutes ago. I said I'm going to go get the survivors first, but yep, with nothing better to do, no other trash piles to hit, we'll just grab some of these floating resources on the way to that destroyed ship. And clean that up. Still not stockpiling any plastic. All the plastic that we're getting off of that last trash pile is going immediately to use, being put immediately to use. This is a little strange. We got 2 destroyed ships with crude oil right next to each other and a survivor's raft. We'll pick up those survivors too. Next priority, I think we're gonna try for the Ranger's post. But as I kept saying in the last episode, you know, it's just this constant balancing act. What? So this looks like a newer model, and it's got that yellow glow over it, which looks great. And this is one of the old ones. Interesting. Okay, let's see if I'm going to be able to harvest both these resources at the same time. The way that other ship is so close to this one, it might not be possible. Yep, okay, good. Stop! A new villager has been born. We are up to 79. Not in a huge hurry to go off and get that next group of survivors. I think they can wait a little bit. Although the more people you have on board, as long as you can support them, the faster your city's going to be moving around. We're up to 30 plastic stored now, which is exactly what we would need to renovate one of our existing buildings. I'm just going to hang on to that for the time being and instead build a Ranger Barracks. Let's rotate that around so it's facing this way. Okay, so they'll get to. I love it how these guys are anticipating my build and they bring everything over here to right where I'm going to drop it. I've seen them do that before. They know I'm going to be building that thing. They get all the materials ready. I forgot to click the auto hide button. Now it's clicked, and now we'll have some Rangers and a water tower. And didn't we build a harpoon? Yeah, we built a harpoon tower as well. And we have our guards here somewhere. Right? Didn't we build a guard shack? It's one of the first things we built. Yes, right here. And these guys are all leveled up. Well, they're not at max level yet. They're at level 4. I thought they already were at max level. Wow, did we start polluting already? All right, we got to get a filter station down soon then, huh? Now, who's this? Okay. That's why that model looked weird. There was something else going on there. I think this is... I don't know what that is. Let's just ignore it. Let's pretend it's not there. I don't think it's supposed to be there. So we'll just pretend it like it's not. What is that little thing? I've never seen that before. I guess that's something that they're working on or something that's farther down the road and I've never seen. Or has been introduced and I've never seen it. Just because I've never built it. Speaking of never seen it, I'm going to wait till the sun comes up and then we'll launch a hot air balloon that will show us where some nearby resources are at the expense of... Oh, it costs a bunch of plastic though, doesn't it? I think it's like 50 plastic to send one of those up. We could be trading for plastic. We could be invading and raiding other cities for plastic. That would be easier once we have a shipyard down. And I want to build one of those because I think that's one of the new improved models. So we want to take a look at that. And another improved model is the hot air balloon. That's why I wanted to send it up, just to test it. And if I had a surplus of plastic, we would do that. But we're struggling on plastic right now, so I'm just going to hold off. Another destroyed ship and crude oil with the survivor's raft over there. Okay, go ahead and head that way. Is that another survivor's raft? Yeah. We definitely have room to grow here. Get all the oil. There's 40% of the oil still down there. Let's just give it one more minute. Yes, and I turned the music back on. I was missing it. How you guys doing? Everybody hanging at the galley here, getting their foods. Now, right now they're not sitting and eating, but the plans that these devs have for this game, they're nowhere near finished yet. This still has, it has a long way to go, and I mean that in a good way. They have very ambitious plans for what's going to be going on here on your city. Are you almost done with the crude oil? 20% left. Maybe it's time to put down a third deep diver. I almost never need a third deep diver, but it might be time. We also might want to think about putting down some trappers. So this is another harvester type that we haven't bothered to build yet because we've been doing fine on everything else. But a trapper drops crab pots onto the seafloor for an extended time, trapping any nearby crustaceans. Traps can be pulled prematurely, requires fish as bait. Now that's why I normally hold off on this, because you're trading fish for crabs. So it really only makes sense to have one of these once you've got a steady... Shoot, we're polluting again. Man, I got to get a filter station. It only makes sense to have a trapper once you've got your fish production really in a good place, which ours is right now. So we will go ahead and put some trappers down. I think we're just going to get away from this pollution, get over there toward the... Where'd the survivors go? I thought there were survivors over here. Did they drift away already? Or somebody else picked them up? Weren't they right over here? I wonder if Sitgon picked them up. I assume NPC cities can pick up survivors if they bump into them. I don't know if they will actively seek them out, but I see no other way for them to, you know, what would that interaction look like otherwise? Trash pile. We're heading over there next. All right, so our ranger station has been built. We are training rangers. They're the ones with the pizza pies on their heads, pizza slices. And these guys are all going to be level, well, they're already up to level 2. Brielle and Cristobal are already up to max level. They must have had some experience already. Oh, capacity. So that is another upgrade. And let's see, what does it cost to do that? I think first thing we want to do is do it at our guard hut, though. So we can now have, if I upgrade the capacity here using 30 metal and 5 wood, we will now have a maximum of 6 guards there. And we have the metal and the wood to do that, so let's do it. And we're going to do it at the ranger station here too. We'll upgrade this capacity. Now we can have 6 rangers instead of just 4. That's huge. That's a huge upgrade because, you know, you're getting half, again, what you already have without sacrificing any space or mass on the ship. Speaking of mass, we have enough plastic now that we could renovate some buildings to make them lighter, and we have some that need renovation, like this storehouse. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna renovate this storehouse. We could do a couple more buildings. What else needs renovation? That's already renovated. That cannot be renovated. The galley we've already renovated. The medicine hut we renovated. Storehouse is being renovated. The mill we renovated. Brewery cannot be renovated, but we can increase the production. I'm not worried about that right now. We've got plenty of beer. Oh, we're polluting. All right, filter station has to be our next build. I was hoping it was going to be the shipyard so that we could actually see it, since we've never built one. On this playthrough, we haven't. And it wasn't in the game the last time I played. So we will build one of those. How are we doing on the oil? 30% left there. But I think before we do that, we have to be responsible and start dealing with some of the pollution we're spewing out here. So let's find the filter station. There it is. Oh, I didn't look to see what it would take to build it. Give me a sec. 40 metal, 30 plastic, and 30 dirt. We don't even have that much dirt. All right, I got to get another deep diver down. Oh, and does it need... I think it needs gasoline to run. Shoot. So building this won't do anything for us because we don't have any gasoline and we don't have a refinery to make where we make the gasoline. So we're gonna have to build a refinery before we get the filter station down. All that's gonna delay the shipyard. 10% left. I need another deep diver. Trade request. Yeah, bring it. Let's trade. Come on. Salty reels. Where's the ship? Where's the trading ship coming from? Here he comes. Salty rascal. You're gonna have to catch up with us, buddy. We're heading out. Where are we heading? Here comes the trade ship. What you got that we need? He's got lots of gasoline. That's good. That's going to be expensive, though. Well, let's see what all we can unload here. Can unload a bunch of fish. I'm holding shift to move this in increments of 10. So let's take a bunch of fish. Actually, we could do a bunch more fish. Although, now that we're going to do crabs, I don't want to give away that many. Lots of kelp you can have. And a little bit of wood. Just 50 wood. Yeah. And that's about all I'm willing to give up here. So what can we get for that? Probably get a few. Oh, actually, gas is cheap here. Great. Give me a bunch of gas and maybe some plastic. The garbage would be cheaper than the plastic. Why don't we take the garbage since we... I'm going to take a bunch of that, and then I'll even out the other stuff in a second. Oh, the garbage is actually expensive. Garbage is more expensive than gas? That's a little crazy. It's because they have no plastic. Rats. All right, well, screw the plastic then. Let's just go all gas here. And then with 50 gas, we can probably start thinking about... I mean, we could probably put down the filter station without having the other one up and running. Without having the refinery up and running. All right, that's fine. I'm $2 over their trade value, but that's fine. Bye, trade ship. Thank you. We needed that, sort of. And then the trade ship left a big pile of crates on the dock, so people are going to have to come and pick those up, so we're going to have to stop for a second. But where was I heading toward over here? All right, stop for a second. Or was I just trying to get away from the pollution? I think that's what it was. All right, let's get another deep diver down. Our earth, our dirt is not coming up as quickly as I would like. And a trapper? Do we want trappers? I think we do. I'm just not sure where to put them. I'm thinking. I'm reserving this space for another bakery. I think we're going to need a second bakery here at some point. For now, why don't we just tack a couple of trappers? We're eventually going to need more fishers, so maybe I put a couple of trappers, or let's start with one trapper, okay? On this side, and we'll make it a little claw coming off his arm. Kelp forest. As long as we're just sitting here doing nothing, we might as well be harvesting some kelp. Is that a trash pile? I think there's a trash... Yeah, there's a trash pile way back that way, which is, damn it, where we just came from. Wish I'd seen that earlier. But we are going to have to head back that way. That's got to be... Trash has to be our top priority. This dude's building our trapper. Trapper's up and running. Now they're going to bring some fish. You know, our city is a good size now. I kind of think we should hunker down and stop building and just start upgrading everything, because we can make everything we already have more efficient through renovations and upgrades. We don't really need this kelp. I was just sitting on it to have something to do while we did other stuff. But for now, my ship's getting a little lopsided. Even this out, just aesthetically. For now, we're heading back for the trash pile. Man, that was right next to where we just were, and I didn't see it. My bad. So what should we do first? Should we get a refinery down? Then we can get a filter station down. Then we can get the shipyard down. Shipyard could go over here. Let's see about putting the refinery here, although I'm pretty sure the refinery is a fire starter. Refinery. Refinery is flammable. It's not a fire starter. Okay. All right, so we can put that on this side. Let's wait till we get to the trash pile, and they can be harvesting while we build. Now, what does lock info do? Not quite sure. Getting a little sluggish now, but that's why we need this plastic. We need to keep upgrading buildings, making them lighter. Okay, so we were going to build a refinery. Oh, that's smaller than I thought it was. Okay, you could go there. Wait a minute. That workshop is not a fire starter. Medicine's hut, not. A storehouse is not. Okay, so that is safe there. Okay, so now the refinery, once the refinery is up and running, we have 335 crude oil here. He'll get right to work, he or she will get right to work processing that into gasoline. Then we can think about putting down a filter station and a motor. It's going to help us move around a lot faster. And since we know that's going to be up and running, we can kind of preempt things and go ahead and build a filter station. It's going to slide right in there perfectly, and cover almost the entire raft with its filter protection. Very good. Very good. Okay. You know, one thing we haven't built yet because we haven't needed it has been a harpooner. We haven't seen a single whale. We saw a whale at the very, very beginning of the first episode and didn't pursue it, didn't try to actually harvest it because we just weren't there yet. We needed fish first and kelp. Okay, is our refinery up and running? Are we refining? It is built. They're just bringing it raw materials to work with. It will refine the crude oil, and it will refine any blubber we have lying around. Where's the blubber? We have 21 blubber. 10 junk washed up on a trapper. That's good news. We needed that junk. Yeah, people are just they're not building or carrying stuff around right now because we've been moving a lot. Let me get here and park for a minute. Okay, park. Now go to work. Great, refinery is refining. Filters being built. We are really low on dirt. I built that third deep diver. They gotta work faster. Although what we could do is increase their production. It's gonna cost 25 plastic to do that, but I think dirt is kind of holding us up now. I can upgrade the production at all 3 of my deep divers. It cost us a lot of plastic, but you know, if you look over here at the left, on the left, you can see everything's in pretty good shape except dirt and plastic, of course, but we knew that. Okay, so they're all upgraded. They'll be harvesting dirt more quickly. Our filter station, we're polluting already. We got to get that filter station going. Filter station has fuel. It's filtering. It started halfway through. I think it started its filtering halfway through our polluting. So it didn't have the full desired effect. But now we have a filter station, guys. Let's have a look. That looks nice. Very nice. You know, some other feedback, I'll lock this. Some other feedback on the forums that I've been thinking about is just kind of making the buildings a little more distinct using color. And I think that is on the agenda. I think the devs do want to do that. right now just everything looks a little rust, a little brown and rusted, which is understandable, but it does make picking out the individual buildings a little bit more difficult. A little bit of splash of color here, a splash of color there, a splash of color over there would help us differentiate between these buildings at a glance. Okay, I just stopped for a minute once we got away from there to let people move some boxes around and so on, but we're back up and running, and that's a trash pile, so you know what we're doing. We're going trash diving. There's a survivor's raft over there. Still looking for survivors, although we're up to 84 now, based on picking up a couple of groups and just grab those floating resources. We picked up a couple of groups and people have been having babies. Now, if you really want to have a bunch of babies here at your city, you do have the Celebrate Life policy. All your villagers drink beer for a massive fun fest, greatly increases birth rates for the next 2 days. The problem with that is that it also increases your cousin rating because they're just, they're mating amongst themselves. So, not going to use that right now. We certainly don't need it. Man, I'm dying to have a look at the new hot air balloon. If it's actually in this version. I wasn't sure from the dev notes. I just lost track as I was reading through the dev notes for this update, which of the stuff they were working on and which they had actually done. And was in this update. But we'll see if we can get a hot air balloon up the next sunlight. And another trash pile nearby. Okay, you can stop. You don't have to sit there. Another trash pile here. So I think we had some bad luck the first 3 episodes here where we weren't finding any trash piles, and now Karma is making it all right by giving us a bunch in a row. Yeah. We are slow, and we have plenty of gas now. Well, not plenty, but some. So why don't we build ourselves a motor? Motor. Where's the motor going to go? It doesn't really matter where you put it. It'll work regardless. All right, how about right here behind the refinery? That kind of makes sense, doesn't it? It's not a fire starter, is it? I think it may be, actually. It is. It's flammable. Well, no, it's flammable. It's not a fire starter. It's flammable, like the refinery, so that's fine. We can have it here. We can have it dangling right off the end of the refinery. Should we send up a hot air balloon now that the sun is up? Just to see what it looks like? All right, so policies. Hot air balloon, 1 lucky villager is going up and not coming back. Whoops, stop. I don't know if it worked. No. 50 plastic, 1 lucky villager. Here we go. What? Do we not have 50 plastic? We do. This worked the last time I tried it, devs. I think you might have broken something. I wanted to see your new model. Oh well. It's not working at all. Is anything working? Launch a flare in the sky signaling your city's location. Any trade boats or pirates in the area. I don't really want that. And we are polluting again already? Filter. Oh, that evaporator's just outside the filter's range. Shoot. Still, just that one evaporator shouldn't be spewing out that much pollution. Kelp forest, school of fish, driftwood pile. Trade post. School of fish destroyed ship. Let's head that way. Now you're like, is pollution so bad? Yeah, well, we have a doctor's hut, and I've been getting us off these pretty quickly. If you just sit there and on top of the pollution, your people are going to get sick. So this is probably not going to be one we can harvest both at once because Scavenger and Fisher are on the opposite sides. Man, the shaders look so much nicer now. There's definitely still stuff to be fixed. You can see that some of the textures are broken underneath the ships, underneath the platforms. I guess as long as we're sitting right on top of a sunken brewery, we might as well gather up some beer while these guys harvest from the ship. But just in general, I'm realizing now what had been broken with the shaders because they look fantastic now. And they're getting better every day, or with every update. I can only imagine what they looked like before the Linux thing broke them all. Probably looked great. It's possible that they just removed our ability to send up the hot air balloon while they're working on it. Because that definitely ain't working. Oops, I'm sorry. Keep hitting escape to get off that screen. Our city's running like clockwork, guys, except for this one damn evaporator out here polluting up the joint. That's, I mean, who's out there to get sick, you know? There's one guy working the evaporator, so I'm not too worried about that. All right, we finished our harvest. Is that Megaterry City? It is. It's two biggest guys on the block. We're gonna have a showdown at some point. I'm not sure how to see my military rating. There probably is a way. I mean, I know how many military I have, but I'm sure like towers have an impact on it and so on. He's heading toward us. He doesn't look that tough. That's a ranger station. That is... I'm not sure. He doesn't really have many towers. I don't think we're ready yet. Man, I don't know. We could be. All right, let's not do it today. But, you know, sooner or later, it's going to come down to me and Megaterry City. Underwater Peak and Kelp Forest. We need dirt from the underwater peak. We're heading that way. Nope, nope, nope. Oh, what are you? Oh, you found a school of fish? All right, hang out. Get me some fishes. We need them to bring up the crabs. What's the special upgrade here is a chance to reuse fish each production cycle, so that could theoretically lower the number of fish that are being used there. I'm going to renovate this building for one thing. Megaterry, are you just hanging out here watching us? What's up, bud? Can you get out of our way, please? We're going that way. You make a better door than a window. Let us through. I mean, I don't really want to tangle with you, but if it's going to happen, it's going to happen. And we're going to kick your butt. Pretty sure about that. Yeah, all right. So that is a guardhouse, I think, and that's a... Are these guardhouse and ranger house, or two guardhouses? He's got at least two guardhouses. We definitely outnumber him with our 87 population to his 40. I don't know. I like to build the suspense. I like having him out there providing some kind of threat for us to keep an eye on. For now. Okay, where was the resources that were just beyond you? Where's the underwater peak? There it is. Do not get between us and our underwater peak, Megaterry. Thank you. Greedy bastard. Get away. All All right, again, with these underwater peaks, you got to be careful. They could explode. We're not going to sit right on top of it. It's right under there. Okay, Megaterra, you coming? You bring it. Bring it. We'll make up your mind, dude. All right, you want to trade? What you got? What you got? What you got? What you got? He's got some gas. He's got some plastic. He's got some... That's it. That's all we want. What would we be willing to give up? How about a little bit of that you'd love to have, and you'd love to have some of... Oh, I have no extra grains? Shoot. We got to actually look into that. We can't be having no extra grains. I got way more kelp than I need. 15, 20. All right, what you got? Oh yeah, I'll take all your gas. All of it. Wow. Yeah, baby. That's fine. I'm just going to take all your gas. See ya. Go away now. Actually, does anyone want to join our city? Let's see if we can sap some of their people. No villagers want to join your city. Although, something they just added, I'm not sure if it was this update or it's what they're working on. There is now a pop-up window here with a slider when you ask for recruits. So you can only take as many as you need, which is great. Okay, we got all the dirt. This peak never blew, which is fine, because for a while, every single underwater peak that you visited was blowing. And I think it's better if they only blow every once in a while. Remember, though, once that peak blows, it spawns a pumice raft, and the pumice is great. Yeah, I'm a little worried about our grains. It might be time. We're not stockpiling grains, really. We got plenty of flour, which means I could pause the mill for a while and let all the grains go to either storage or the brewery. Let's just keep an eye on our grains for a while and see if it's dipping down to 0 a lot, we'll build another greenhouse. What else? What's next? What's next? Destroyed ship. Driftwood. Drifting resource. School of fish. Kelp forest. School of fish. Driftwood pile. Trash pile. You're next, Trashy. Okay. We've got our motor chugging back here. Dev's not crazy about the sound effect on the motor. It just sounds like an error message. Or a little bit quieter, maybe. Not quite as loud. Storage is full all over the place. We're at max storage again. Darn nabbit. What can I use to... Let's look into using some stuff on upgrades. I want to upgrade that. We can renovate this. We can renovate the workshop, make it lighter. Oh, good. Survivors, come join us. 4 survivors joined us. Nathan was decapitated by falling metal due to overcapacity. They've toned that down a little bit. Here's so that it's not happening every 2 seconds as it was for a while. I think I lost like 15 villagers to overcapacity in a very short period of time right after they introduced that mechanic of stuff shifting and falling on you. Another survivor's raft. We're up to 90 now. I think we can handle 90. Let's 94. Let me get over and grab this other group. And the only thing left on our agenda, we built the ranger station, we built the refinery, we built the filter. Only thing left on the agenda is a shipyard. Let's see if we can get that down today. Again, that's a lot of plastic. We have some plastic now. All right, building a shipyard should actually clear out storage, which is good too. think it's expensive. Shipyard. Yep, here we go. It's hard to tell from the outline what direction it's facing. That did not clear up any storage for us. We're going to have to build another storage building, another storehouse. No, it cleaned up a little. I mean, it gave us a little bit of, there's 50, we have 50 storage to use now. So 1700 max, it's down to 1620 at this point, but that'll fill back up quickly. I think another storehouse is needed. We've upgraded all the ones we have, right? Yeah, that one's upgraded. That one's upgraded. And there was didn't we have a third one? Oh, do we only have one storehouse right now? All right, in that case, we're definitely going to build another one. Yeah, I think we only have one storehouse. Okay, another storehouse going down. Oh, this city's getting kind of ugly, unbalanced. Okay. Ugh. She's looking a little bottom heavy. Bioluminescent algae that you can scoop up for happiness. Oh, look at our beautiful new shipyard, guys. Yeah. Little villager got stuck on the completed construction. I'm going to do a quick save, quit, reload so he can move again. Stand by. As simple as that. There he goes. Boom. He's moving again. Okay. You guys are all hanging out at the shipyard waiting to do it. Waiting to get something done. And here's what you do with it. So you can trade. You can send out trade caravans. Why don't we go ahead and launch a trade? No more caravans available. Build more shipyards or wait for a caravan to return. He just hasn't. He hasn't started work yet. He's still eating breakfast. The shipbuilder. He's got all the resources he needs. He just needs to show up to work and start working. And this guy seems to be stuck again. We may have to do another quick save, quit, reload, and then it'll be fine. What next? We were heading for some trash that was way out on the horizon. Did we ever make it there? Trash pile over there. Go. Oh, yeah, I can definitely feel she's getting sluggish now. She's getting a little fat. We have enough plastic that we can be renovating buildings. As soon as this is built, we'll renovate it. Make it lighter. The refinery cannot be renovated. We can increase production if we need to, but we can't make it any lighter. I think just about everything else has been renovated. We can renovate the filter station, make it lighter. We cannot renovate... Oh good, we've built a trade caravan. We cannot renovate the shipyard, but we can send out our first trade caravan now. Hold on, let's just wait until we get to the trash pile. Lock. That was the filter station being renovated. Okay, now we're going to go to trade. We can send out a looter caravan, which will, just what it sounds like, it's going to go to another city and try to loot stuff from them. A trade caravan. If we bump into another city, we can set up a trade route, a recurring trade route. But for now, let's just send out one trade caravan. Wow, look at all the... How do we suddenly have so much bread? Wait a minute, is that right? Last time I looked, we had like 80 bread. Now we have 322. Maybe I was looking at the wrong thing. I don't know. So we're going to send out a trade caravan with lots of bread for sale, lots of fish for sale. I hope somebody's hungry. Oh, look, we've gathered up 195 dirt now. And what else? Lots of kelp. So this will be a food-oriented caravan. We can send all 10 villagers. We got the population for it. And what do we want in return? I will take some crude oil. I will take some refined gasoline. And what do we not really have a lot of that we might want? Well, plastic. And trash to turn into plastic. All right? Go see what you can do for me, guys. There goes our trade caravan from our shipyard. Oh, is it a trade? Maybe that model we saw, that weird model that was not where it was supposed to be, that may have been a trade boat. They got stuck. All right, we're done here. Destroyed ship? Sure. Driftwood pile? Meh. Sunken brewery? Meh. Drifting resource, drifting resource. Okay. Keep at it. Keep at it. Working hard, guys. Nice job. Come on. A little closer. You can do it. Come on. Okay. Another survivor's raft. We're 84 population. Oh, we just sent 10 people away on the trading mission. Yeah, I was going to say, I thought we had more than that. Oh, everything's working so efficiently now. This is great. Developers, devs on a boat, man. Looking good, guys. I don't just mean the visuals. I'm talking about all the systems. The way everybody's moving stuff around used to be a little wonky. You could never really count on people to get the things that were needed to the places they needed to be until recently, and now it's just working great. Here comes our trading mission, and I think as soon as the trading mission comes back, we're going to call it an episode, and in the next episode, I think we're going to go mess up Megatary City. What do you think? All right, we sent 10. That's it. That's all you brought back is 24 garbage. From all that 400 worth of food, you bring me back 24 garbage. I'll take it. It's better than nothing. Yes, we want the survivors. What happened? Yep, join us. 100 population, a fantastic point at which to call it an episode. Thanks for watching, everybody. In the next episode, we will go invade Megatary City. We'll go kick their butts. For now, thanks for watching. Leave a like and subscribe if you enjoy the Buoyancy gameplay. There'll be more coming. Stay safe, survivors.